A mix of housing and preserving community space are in the future for the former home of the School Sisters of Notre Dame in Mankato.
The history of this campus obviously is really important to the community, to so many people that have been connected to it over generations.
The School Sisters and the Southwest Minnesota Housing Partnership announced a joint effort to shape the future of Our Lady of Good Counsel campus. Preliminary plans include community space preservation and revitalization, life cycle housing, and healthcare and wellness. The Housing Partnership says they're committed to working with existing partners on the Hill, including Loyola Catholic School and the Living Earth Center, to ensure a seamless transition and enhance their ongoing contributions to the community.
While housing is in our name, as is partnership, those are really important to us, but that's not all that we do. And so this property will certainly encompass housing across the life cycle, so for a variety of different audiences and different levels and different sizes, but also there's opportunity for commercial space and entrepreneurial support.
The School Sisters arrived in Mankato in 1865 and moved out in 2022. This is the second development deal that's been announced for their former home. The first was dropped due to neighborhood opposition.